Good morning, David. Good morning, everyone. I was just setting up my my screens actually. Everyone ready? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me just check to make sure everything is fine. Yep. Yep. Good. Um, Daily candle. Let's have a look at the daily candle. Oh God, I don't like those candles, huh? Just slightly closes above previous day high. I hate those. They look so bullish, but and for all intents purposes, it is bullish because it was a higher close. But you close lower now, it's not going to look bullish anymore. You close lower than there, it's going to look like it's kind of reversal. Yeah, the push up was with decreasing volume. See that? Let me have a look on Bybit. Yeah, decreasing volume. I'm not a fan. Huh? I'm not a fan of these candles, to be honest with you. No, I don't know. It still keeps on going up. That's the problem. So I think this idea I have of previous high holding as SR flip is correct, but it's not correct because we just keep on making higher highs now and it's not really pushing up. There's no real squeeze right now. I can't really see a squeeze. So it might push up and do exactly the same thing, but we're not going to get that impulse, I don't think, unless we get an injection of volume. We are above this line. We're above these two lines. So, you know, I don't really like it. So I'm going to get rid of it. Have a look again. Get rid of these SPs. So yesterday the price came back in to the single prints, bounced. So that short was correct actually. And so was that long, although the invalidation was difficult. It's not easy right now. So let's just have a look. Have a look. Get rid of these lines. Get rid of all of this. What is all that? Just get rid of all of it, really. Just get rid of everything. I'll keep that. I'll keep those. Otherwise, we'll just get rid of everything. All right, let's just do a volume range. I'll do a couple of things now. I'm going to do a volume range in this upper range. Okay. I'm going to do a few volume range pulls just to try and see something. Actually, let me just get rid of those lines too, so it's clear. And actually, let me just hide this. Let me just identify the ranges for a bit. Okay, yeah, so there's a range probably here. That's the dividing line. And then you have another range down here, probably there. Then you have another one here, but there's a gap. So it's kind of there. Yeah, these are the ranges. You have this kind of expansion, which is more gappy. And you have another range down here. actually. It's just a gap. Right. Right, let me do the volume pools on these now. Okay. So that's that range. Let me combine them now. Maybe just ignore that. Okay. Let's get the previous all-time high back in there as well. I think the previous all-time high needs to hold as a support level. I think that's going to be really important. I don't think any of these all-time highs matter, all these local ones, to be honest with you. I think the previous bull market high, all-time high is important. And you can see that it's important because as we lost it here, it back tested, and as we reclaimed it, just with one candle, the price exploded. So that line was very key. And then here you see that back into the all-time high, and it held as a support level. So the previous all-time high is our line in the sand. You can clearly see how important it is. You see that? Very important line now we have. I think that's the most important line actually, as far as I'm concerned. If we lose that line as a support level, then technically that's a failed auction of these highs. Okay, I think everything else is just kind of mishmash. It's like arbitrary kind of, it's like, right now of this overall range from where we broke out here, we have a few kind of volume levels and none of them are really corresponding. Maybe the strongest one is here. See here, you have like a little bit of strength here in this little zone here. So I'm just thinking maybe we long there. Maybe that's the next nice long there on the swing failure. Not really. Yeah, maybe from this pivot to this pivot, from this pivot to this pivot, you've got a little bit of a golden pocket. From those two pivots, from here to here, the good thing about that level there is it's a swing failure. It's easy to see. It'll be get people bearish and then go up again. Okay, go back up. Is that a market structure change? Potentially. If it goes down to there and it goes back up, there's potentially a local market structure change because you have higher high, higher low, higher high. That would be a lower low. So it may not happen, but it'd be a nice place long. And then if you do go down there, obviously you take profit, but maybe it goes up. Maybe you change market structure and you just get shorts entering for a lower high, then you squeeze them up. That's how you get up. I'm just trying to see how we get up, that's all. You kind of have to get really bearish to go up, and I think changing market structure is the way to get people bearish. So on the local time frame, that's how you change it. You just take out this pivot here. All right, it's just an idea. So effectively, you lose this, you kind of go down. Don't know how low it will go though, that's the thing. Looking bearish, but then you do this. Right. I don't know if this is going to happen, but it would be a good way to squeeze shorts. Just add that in. Long trade. That's my long trade in the highs. I don't really have another one. I wouldn't long the highs anymore, even though it's going up. What you can clearly see is that we're losing a little bit of steam. We're kind of losing the steam, and we're not really, like, look how poor that swing failure was. It's really poor. There isn't much trapped liquidity now, and there aren't, if there are shorts, that's not where their stops are. So they must have really wide stops now, big shorts, and they're just shorting and just slowly allowing the price to fade. So there is a wedge in play. It's more of a kind of rounding wedge. It's like that. It's looking very wedgy. Doesn't mean that the price can't go up one last time and liquidate anyone who's got tight stops. On the local level, you have a little bit of a tighter wedge forming here. See that? Let's be a bit tighter. So maybe we break this local wedge and do what I kind of imagined. Yeah. If that doesn't swing failure, if that fails, you've got this trend line on this value area high of the whole range. No, don't like it. Let's try it to this bit. Yeah, it's a bit better. It's on the golden pocket there. Got the value area high. Maybe it will find support on this trend line. I just don't think I don't think it's a good idea to lose this previous bull market all-time high. So whatever happens, this is terrible. It would be terrible if this doesn't work and we just continue going down. Then actually you just want to get back in for a long, and so it'll be easy to see, and at least you'll be lower down. And so probably then you're looking at just back up to the current all-time high then, and then you're basically, what you're looking to do is range this whole top part becomes a big range potentially. Maybe this one we can take it back there then. Then we just have to redo the volume pool if we have a wider range. Okay. And then short, well, you can just short now. I think it's very, oh, it's come down a bit. I'm already in a short. I think, David, you're already in a short. We're all in shorts. Why are we in shorts? Well, we had a swing failure. It's a very poor swing failure, but that was your swing failure. That was your signal to short. It doesn't mean you're going to get, you're shorting into support effectively. But the reason why you short is because you have such an easy invalidation, and it's so small as well. It's such a small invalidation. Eventually one of these highs is going to be the high. Eventually. So we kind of, we've pushed past the highs so many times now. Eventually you're going to get a lower high. Yeah, eventually you're going to get a lower high, and then the price is going to go down. So I don't know if this is the one. This is pretty weak candle formation here. You see how this goes up, and then you go kind of form structure, and then you kind of take the liquidity and you come back down. It's pretty bearish on the 30-minute time frame. It's pretty bearish candle formations here, so it's quite an easy short, to be honest with you. But who knows? Look how the highs keep on getting taken. So it's also a risky short. All of these shorts are risky. I said from the beginning that shorting in price discovery is quite risky. You've got this 4-hour doji, which takes the liquidity from the high. That's quite a nice topping candle. Take the liquidity from the high. A red bearish candle, close back into this value area. It's pretty bearish. So potentially I'm seeing some bearish signals now. Now, doesn't mean that we're going to zero. It just means that maybe we break this kind of tightening wedge and we just form something wider. Maybe this is going to happen. Maybe something else is going to happen. We just have to wait for the reaction. The reason why I like this trade is because it's a swing failure. And they're easy to take. They're easy to take, yeah? Otherwise, you lose this wider wedge and you just go down for the previous bull market all-time high. It doesn't have to go underneath it like I've drawn. You might get a lot of... you might get a higher low on this pivot here. And it might just, if we do break down somehow, it might just, you know, it might just bounce and just form a higher low here, because there might be a lot of liquidity just at that level, because it's an easy entry for most people, the previous bull market all time. The reason why it's an easy entry is because if for some reason you lose it, there's a very high probability, like very high probability, that will go back up, and anyone who's entered can just exit at break even if that trade didn't work for them. So it's a very easy entry, because it means that if you're wrong, you can easily correct your mistake if you're just doing spot trades, not leverage obviously, but spot trades. It's a very easy trade to correct if you're wrong, because you would expect it, if it went through, you'd expect it to come back for a back test. Yeah. And maybe you don't get that breakthrough, you'll just get a little bounce straight off it, make a higher low of these lows and continue going up. So probably that will be my next area of interest for a long, and I'm in a short right now. Let's see what happens. That's basically it. The short that I'm in right now is more of a cover, and just to cover my spot, willing to risk a small percentage. If the price comes down to here, I'll probably, yeah, I'll take profit. Why wouldn't I? Right here, down here where I'm looking to long, I'll take profit on my short, and I'll probably look to take a long. If we could swing failure this pivot here, I'll definitely take a long and see what happens. All right, that's kind of how I'm seeing the charts. Good morning, Sebastian. Good morning, David. If it pumps up and holds above the current high, would you enter? Nah, I don't think so. I think if I I don't know, David. I don't know. Yeah, you have that trend line as well from lower down, see? So I think this would be quite... There's some things that can happen here, yeah? You actually, look, you actually have... This might not happen because, look, you've got this trend line here, these two pivots, and you see how it's bounced off it, it's held a support. It might just continue, come and bounce here and go back up, yeah? This might just do that. And not make a lower low here, which is what I would take as a trade. It might just do that and go up like that and continue doing that. So possibly that will be your take profit, slightly higher. Yeah. I think the thing is that it's kind of looking bearish to me. I don't know. It's looking like a ghost, but on the price chart, see, a little bit of a ghost. A little ghosty. It's like a head and shoulders, but with a small head and two big arms. It's a ghost. Actually, talking about ghosts, let me have a look at the CCI. See if we see any hints here. So you've got bearish divergences on the MACD. You see how the price goes up and the MACD is lower. It's not hidden bearish divergences. It just shows that there isn't really much buying at market. It looks a little bit like exhaustion, actually. It's not the strong divergence. The strong divergence would be if the MACD was going up and the price was going lower. Here, look, this is the strong divergence here. Let me clear this and I'll show you. You see how the price goes up, high, lower, high on the MACD. You see what happens? Bzz, crash. That's the strong divergence, hidden divergence when you get that. This is the other way around. This is higher prices. Maybe, but you see here. Oh yeah, maybe that's quite strong as well. Look, Look, lower, lower high, higher high, lower high. Look at that. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'm confused. It's easy to be confused looking at this. Let me just have a look at the CCI on a higher time frame. You've got a little bit of a ghost forming here. Look, you see that? If you break that neckline on the 2-hour chart, it's a bit of a ghost. Got a kind of breakdown there. That would be a ghost. You've got a bit of a Vegas going on here on the daily chart. See that? But usually with that Vegas, you get that, don't you? On the 3-day, it's easier to see. You've got like a neckline there. If it breaks down. Nothing here. The monthly is crazy overbought. There you got a bit of, you see you've got divergences on the monthly time frame on the CCI. You've got lower high, potentially higher high. It just means you're seeing divergence. I'm not like, you can't trade it, it's just an observation. This is going flat, everything else is going flat. Yeah, you've got a little bit on the 30 and the 15-minute time frame. You've got a little bit of a break going on here on the CCI as well. Gone into heavy oversold now. All right. Okay, so we have our trades potentially. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm not crazy to take these unless I see what I want to see. If I don't see what I want to see, I won't take them, and I don't care. Like, even if I was right, if I don't see what I want to see, I don't take the trade, even though I'm right. Yeah, I only take the trade if I see what I want to see. And in this case, I want to see a swing failure pattern. So I'm gonna put an alert on that. Okay, and then lower down, it might not swing failure. That's why I've done it like this, but you know, this could be like that too. Swing failure would always be better. But if it does that, then I'll just have another alert lower down as well. It'd be a good place to long actually. And that would be another long areas BTC ATH. Right, got 2 alerts there. I'm in a short right now. It was an easy short. And then if it comes down here, I'll take profit on that short. I'm not going to hold those shorts just because don't need to. Just take profit. Look for the next trade. Okay, that's BTC. Any questions? Sebastian, David, anyone else? Anyone has anything to say? Any comments, observations? I think. I saw a post today that Daniel said he's expecting 100,000, right? So if Daniel's expecting 100,000, do you know what that means? You know what that means. Let me find it. So I don't know if people realize, but there's this guy who's a really good trader. Actually, I was part of CC. I am part of CC Pool, so I learned from his knowledge. There, here it is. Look, BTC 100,000 target is real. Live in 32 hours. What the hell? Do you want to watch it? No, I can't be asked. Friday the 15th. It should be Friday the 13th. So usually when he posts bullish stuff, the price goes down. Usually when he posts bearish stuff, the price goes up, like literally. So the fact that he's put 100,000 now probably means the price is going to go down. we always counter trade him. He's right a lot, but I mean, when he posts stuff on social media, suddenly the price goes the opposite way. So the fact that he's just posted BTC going to 100,000, it probably will in the future. But probably because he's just posted that, probably the price is now going to crash. And everyone is going to get really upset because people are like looking at his video and they're going, BTC 100,000, buy, buy, buy. I can make a quick $27,000. Yeah. And then suddenly the price goes down to 50K. That's what happens. So you can't really, context is key. Yeah. You can't read that and wow, 8,000 views. You can't read that and take that seriously. He's probably talking about like 6 months from now or something. Anyway. So interesting, right? No one's got any more comments. Oh yeah, Sebastian's got something to say. We're already pretty overextended. I think following the next pump would be the retrace. Yeah. But I mean, do we retrace just back to here? Like, I really think a bullish consolidation formation or pattern would be just this, you know. That would be nice. It would be nice to just consolidate above the previous all-time high. And I think that would give altcoins a lot of room to move if Bitcoin is just consolidating above the all-time high. I think that would be really nice. I just don't want to see Bitcoin lose the previous bull market all-time high. I think it will get quite bloodbathish if that happens. You'll start getting some big short center if we come in, you know, if we come down, lose that. I think it'll get quite, it'll be really crazy. It'll be a big drop. You'll get longs close, you'll get shorts enter on the retraces. You'll get quite bearish if that happens. Could happen. Anything can happen in Bitcoin. This is the thing. You have to realize that anything is possible. I'm going to have a look at XO charts as well. Just to see if I see anything interesting. Oh, you've got some shorting going on here. Look, just now. These are shorts. 2.4 million, 1.2 million. It's really nice. It's good to see shorts coming in. There's some shorting going on now. I can see that. I can't see any local divergences on the CVD. Can't see it. Nothing crazy. Lower CVD, lower price. got a little bit of shorting going on here. See, as the price is declining slightly, the OI is going up. As the price is declining, the OI is going up. That's how you can tell. This is quite a big increase in OI. Look, 38 million. What is that? T size, dominant size order green. So you have longs there. It's mostly longs. See, OI doesn't tell you if it's shorts or longs. Yeah, it just tells you the overall increase in open interest in that 5-minute period was 38 million. And then you look down here and it tells you the dominant order size is plus 7.3 million longs. So there was more longs in that OI, but there was shorts too. And then here it's kind of balanced. There's another 30 minutes like longs and shorts, but there's no liquidations. You see, there's a few like really tiny liquidations up in the highs, but you've got shorting going on and they haven't been liquidated. So you've got people sitting in shorts now in this upper range. Yeah, and maybe someone took a short and now they're slowly adding to their short, or maybe other people are adding to their shorts. But I can see that there are some shorts coming in. And I can't see that many longs coming in actually. So you had a liquidation here, just that big one here. So maybe if that long closes, it will put the price down. Look, this one here. And they are underwater at the moment. You can see that because the long came in at about 73,580. They're only slightly underwater. They're only slightly negative. You see, that's where the price is now. We're at 73,449 now, and the longs came in here. That's the candle of interest. Okay, that's at about 73,600. These two, that's where the big OA comes in. So if you get longs close at market, it was just going to pull the price down. It's just going to be a market sell basically. Okay, I can't see any divergence though. Let's go back to BTC and let's see. Yeah. On the 15-minute time frame, that was a bearish close. This is a bearish close, but it's not really, there's no continuation. You can see it's coming back over that previous slide. It's a bearish close though. You're getting these reversals on the local time frame. Let's see, there's a reversal, got a reversal. You get lots of reversals, but no follow through at the moment. We'll be getting reversals through the whole of this range. This is a look of a reversal, reversal. Lots of reversals, no follow through. These are all reversals. All right, let's just stop BTC now. I think we know what's going on. I don't think anyone knows. I mean, looking at the price action now, like just here, it does look bullish, huh? Kind of reminds me of the S&P 500, where you get, maybe we'll get this kind of snap up and it will continue. Yeah, and it will just keep on doing that. You'll just keep on getting this kind of behavior like that. You just, I'll show you what I mean. But that wasn't the daily time frame. Like here, look. See that? You see this? This is the daily time frame though. This was back in 21. And like you see that, it's like down, up, down, up. It just continuously bought up, up, up. Even that fake out, and it just rallied up. Kind of reminds me of that. That's really bullish, this kind of behavior. So if we start getting to, if we start seeing, and the reason it does that is because you need to go down to collect liquidity, and then you need to squeeze the shorts to make a new high, and that's all you're doing. But there isn't enough, you're not going to get that crazy short squeeze, which is going to create that kind of big candle. So you need to create price action like this, and it can go on for a long time. And we're not seeing it on the daily chart yet, but I am kind of seeing it on a little bit more of a local time frame. Kind of similar. Let's see. Who knows? It does look bullish. So let's just see. Let's just see what happens. We're above the previous bull market all-time high. I think as long as you're above the previous bull market all-time high, you're going to be bullish, and you're not going to be bearish. I think that's the line in the sand. That's a historic line. Very clear to see. So if the price wants to go up, that we need an SR flip on that level. Okay, so that will be your new support level for continuation. If the price is going to continue, that has to be the line in the sand. You lose that line, then you're into a failed auction. Okay, reclaim that line, then you're following a failed auction with a sign of strength. Okay, that's kind of how it works. That's a really important level, and so I think everyone should mark that off. On different charts, it's going to be a different price. On Bybit inverse perpetuals, it's 69182. On Binance, anyone is interested, people do trade on Binance. It's probably a different number. It's 69,000 exactly to the dot. So on Bybit, it's slightly higher, about $182 higher than on Binance, right? So it's kind of it's a little bit of an area of a couple of $100 either side. So should we just do this now? Should we just pull that? Okay. Let's go on to something else. Let me just have a look at these other charts for a second. DXY. We're on support. We had a bearish day yesterday, but kind of still in this little mini range on support. So DXY is still holding support. If you get a bounce on DXY now, then that means Bitcoin's going down, but let's just see. And potentially, let me just get rid of these lines now. Got too many brush strokes. I like to keep them though, you know, I don't like to lose them, but you've got a couple of like, this is the real level, huh? Yeah, you're holding support on this pivot here, and then you've got the 382s holding support too, so you're into a little bit of support right now. Okay, so there's a little bit of sell-off on ETH BTC. So what does that mean? Well, it means that altcoins aren't going to pump until ETH BTC becomes strong. It also means that there's a little bit of value moving back into BTC. Okay, so that usually happens when BTC is looking to pull back a little bit. Sometimes ETH can cause BTC to pull back, but in this circumstance, it looks like ETH is going, the value is going back into BTC because BTC wants to pull back. So when BTC and ETH pull back, it's better to be in BTC because you lose less percentage gains. But it is coming into, it's still in this local range. Let me have a look. Look, the point of control is now higher in the range. We've lost it. So potentially you could go down to the bottom of the range now on ETH BTC. It's another 4.5% or so lower down. And find support back on the value area low. That's possible. So because this is looking a little bit bearish right now, there is a daily level here. So it's not going to be a straight run. Let's just bear that in mind. This looks like it's a slow bleed. So I don't think also going to be pumping until this, if BTC gets bullish again, actually. Something to bear in mind. Let's have a look at this one. Pax Gold just keeps on bleeding into Bitcoin. Okay. We are at the value area low. Look, of Pax Gold against Bitcoin. We're just underneath it slightly. So we're, as far as Pax Gold against Bitcoin is concerned, we're into support. Yeah, there's something to bear in mind. So a bounce is possible, or you just, or nothing. But yesterday's candle was bearish. It was kind of the inverse of Bitcoin. It kind of closed underneath this wick though, above this wick. So there is possibly a reversal in play right now on Bitcoin, but we have to see what kind of reversal it is. It doesn't have to be so crazy like this that I've drawn. This is just a bizarre imagination. I think actually, let me just get rid of it because I don't really think it's in play. Probably it will just go up. If it goes up, it will just go up like that. Total market cap. Nothing really to see. So the USDTD, the dominance chart for USD, is coming into this historic value area. We're coming into the value area high, and this this pivot level here. We're still not there yet. We're almost there. Okay, just get rid of these lines now. We're almost there. Let me actually draw it. Let me just line it up so it's accurate. So we have an accurate line now. You've got a pivot right there. It'd be nice to just swing failure that. That'll give us confirmation of a reversal. A confirmation of reversal will be a nice kind of swing failure back above, and that, yeah, and you can just go back into USDT potentially. That would be a really nice entry for USDT. We're still not there yet. We're not there yet. We've got a few. Not much though. We're close. Look how close we are. 2.5% down. Okay. There's quite a lot of volume on this decline in price. So that's a very healthy decline. So a lot of this volume, that's what you want to see in a decline in price. You want to see an increase in volume. That tells you that it's a healthy decline. Okay, if it was a decrease in volume, then it'll be an unhealthy decline. Okay, that's all of that. I think that's all everything else. I'll have a look at the S&P as well because I didn't really look at it. Potentially, you know, there's, I mean, look, I mean, the S&P 500 just still looks bullish, but we are in March. You'd probably expect a pullback in May, because in May it always pulls back, isn't it? Although last year in May it didn't pull back, it just went sideways. About the previous May. Here it kind of was just dropping. And here it was just going up. May 22. No, it just went up. All right. Have a look at travel, TRVL. So I've got some observations actually on TRVL, some interesting observations. Again, we've got a little bit of divergences in the exchanges. As you can see on yesterday's Bybit candle, we've got this kind of red doji in the highs. And KuCoin, we've got a green candle, which is like an inverse hammer in the highs in good volume. And this is a same thing, but without taking the liquidity from the highs. That's on gate. And then there's similar, but that's like a doji with a bigger body. Look at the volume on that candle, really high volume. I'm not sounding the alarm bells, but I am seeing a little bit of exhaustion in these highs. Okay. And I think it's very similar to Bitcoin, but it doesn't mean that the price is going down to zero. I think there's it's very funny, but I'm seeing a similar behavior between TRVL and Bitcoin. And anyway, so the big observation that I had for TRVL, I'm going to show you now. I'm only going to show you, I don't want to scare anyone. I just want to show you because I'm just trying to be as open and transparent as possible about what I'm seeing, and then people can make up their own minds about what they want to do about it, if they want to do anything. Okay, but effectively what I was looking at the exchanges, I'm going to change my screen now. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring my screen to here. Give me a second. All right, so this is Bybit. And I'll only put Bybit and Gate on. I won't put the others on. Just you'll understand what I'm saying just by looking at these two exchanges. Okay, so this is Bybit, and what I wanted to show you was the order book actually. So let me just get rid of this. In depth. Okay. So this is the Bybit order book. And as you can see, we're here. This white line is us. And as you go up in value, if you go up to about 9 cents, you can see you've got 272,000 limit order to sell. And then that's, look at it, you see how it goes up? So there's a lot of scaling in of selling all the way up to 10 cents. It's up at 544,000. And then when you get to about 12 cents, you're at a million, going all the way up to almost 20 cents, 19 cents. No, sorry, 18 cents. You've got nearly 2 million. So there's someone is selling up to 2 million. It looks like it's one person, to be honest with you. That's what it looks like to me because of the way, look how beautiful it is. Maybe it's more than one person. But the point is that someone is selling 2 million TRVL from starting from about 9 cents through to about 19 cents. I can't see, can I see more, can I see further? Don't know if I can see further. It kind of drops off, but I don't know if I can see further. I don't know why. If anyone knows why, don't tell me. There's no way to see higher up. Maybe I need to change this. It's weird. All right, so you need about 2 million of TRVL buying to clear the liquidity through to about 20 cents. 2 million. And when you look at, when I looked at Gate as well, I saw very similar, something very similar. Okay. Again, I think it's a lot easier to see on your mobile phone actually. So to go up to, yeah, I can't see all of the, for some reason it doesn't let me see further. Let me try that one. That doesn't help either. I can't expand the range. Don't know how to do this. Daily depth. Don't know why I can't see more. All right. Anyway, you get my point. My point is that there's a lot of limit orders for selling and there aren't many limit orders for buying. You see that? So it's an observation. I think I would like, but I think what's happening now is, what I'm seeing now is that people are waiting for the price to dip and then market buying rather than placing limit orders, right? And so the observation is that on TRVL, what's going to happen, or what is happening, is that you're getting low volume drops. So as people sell at market, you're getting low volume declines, which is bullish because the order books for buying is thin. Okay, so you're getting bullish declines, and then whoever wants to buy is just buying at market. Yeah, and that's what I've been seeing all along. I've seen a lot of market buying after you get bearish declines, and you're not getting the opposite. You're not getting the opposite where people are putting large amounts of limit orders to suck up the price at these levels, right? And in reverse, what you have is going all the way up through to from about 9 or 10 cents and up. You've got these big limit orders. And 2 million, you know, 2 million isn't that much in the scheme of things, to be honest with you, but you're still going to need volume to clear all of that. And so when I look at the volume on Gate, for example, this is the daily chart. And so yesterday we had 1 million in volume. See, 1 million or 914,000. The day before we had 930. So we do have the volume to clear up those order books. We do have the volume to do that. On KuCoin we had, yesterday we had 1 million. And on Bybit yesterday we had 571,000. And then the previous day we had 600. So considering that on Bybit we have about 2 million orders going all the way up to $20. I think my observation is this, that if the price goes up, not only is it going to need volume, but if we suddenly go up, it's going to be a healthy price increase because we're clearing up all of those limit orders in the order books. Okay, so you're going to need volume to go up, but it will clear up the volume. It would clear up all of those limit orders, and so effectively, someone is selling, but then you've got the buying power coming in and taking up all of that, all of those orders. But I mean, there is a potentially, you could argue that there is a little bit of a sell war blocking the way of the price. So we need volume now. Effectively, volume is what's going to be required now to take us to the next range. And that's what I'm seeing. So we have now, we've kind of at the limit of our current volume range, as far as I can tell. And then the next range is going to require volume. And when I talk about the next range, what am I talking about? Well, effectively, this is the next range. We are at the peak of one range, and then we're at the bottom of another range, effectively, and that's the next range. See that? And the dividing line is roughly about 9 and 10 cents, roughly. There's a little bit of a area where the ranges divide. And I've talked about this, the 9 cents mark, many times in the past. And right now we're at that borderline. And whenever we do break, because what I'm seeing is the amount of orders that are there blocking the way. So you have orders blocking the way. It will be a healthy increase in price, because if we do suddenly go up, then it's going to require volume, but also we would have cleared up all of those order books. So it will be a healthy increase in price. And also we're into the next range, the higher range. Effectively, then we've reversed all of the price action going through from May 22 onwards, if we can get into the next range. And then you would expect or hope that the price in the future will find support off that same level that we break. So there's a very important kind of level in play right now. And you can clearly see this is it. See that? And we're coming into it right now. We're into it right now. There we are. Very important level. Okay, we're just under the 9 cents mark, and 9 cents was the launch price of this token. So all of the early investors were offered this token at 9 cents. And so effectively right now, if people buy, they're buying at pre-launch prices at 9 cents. I think most people should ignore all this price action down here, because I think that's gone and that's come and gone. I find it very difficult to think that we're going to go under 5 or 6 cents now. I don't think it's I don't really think it's possible, because I'm just looking at the way the price is formed. You've got key support lines that have to be broken and key liquidity levels. I think it's very difficult to go back down. But we need volume now to go up as well. So we're at a really important place. It's quite interesting that we've got this tokenomics document being launched tomorrow. And so I just want to see what happens with that. And I want to also see what happens with Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin, you know, the people think that just because Bitcoin might pull back, that everything is going to dump. But that's not necessarily true, because sometimes you see a rotation of capital, and a token like a small token like TRVL, as Bitcoin dumps, can pump. It's very possible. I've seen it in the past. It's 50-50 really, whether Bitcoin dumps and TRVL pumps, or whether Bitcoin dumps and TRVL dumps. Like, no one can predict that. I think in the bull market it's 50-50. It's like a coin flip. But because we've got a really important tokenomics document coming, and I'm not, like, we haven't even reached our pivot yet on fib time, and that's going to happen in about 2 weeks. I am thinking higher, but I do think we're going to need volume to break this key level, and I think it's going to be a healthy break, because I was looking at the order book and I can see that it's not light. There's lots of orders in the way, as I've shown you. Yeah, so if we do end up trading at 20 cents or whatever, 18-19 cents, it's going to be a healthy increase in price because of all of this volume that is required to push the price up. And actually I think that's good, because we don't want people to buy and then they buy like 20,000 TRVL and the price is at 60 cents. We want people to buy and get their bags filled at the right prices with respect to the volume. And see here, look, you can clearly see that at 9.2 cents, see that? There's a 222,000 order. You see that? 222,000 here at 9 cents, 48,000. Yeah, you can clearly see that. Let me have a look at Gate. See that? Can't go higher, fortunately. Don't know why you can't go higher. Okay, oops. No, it's not asked. Okay, yeah. Slightly, not as much as on Gate. I think if the price goes up, you want to be buying on Bybit, because you'll get your orders filled at a better price. You know, like if someone wants 222,000 TRVL, just go now on Bybit. Just go and buy it at 9.2 cents. You'll get filled at a really good price. Very easy. You know, rather than buying it on MEX or Gate, where you could try and buy 200,000 and you'll end up getting an average price much higher. Right now on Bybit, I can tell you that if you want to buy that, if you want to buy like 500,000 TRVL, you'll get filled up to 10 cents. Yeah, you can get that filled right now. That's kind of that's okay. That's not a bad thing. It's just an observation. All right. As far as the price action is concerned, I think right now we just have to see what happens. I can't predict the future. I think it was good that we see on MEX, see that candle, it just went up all the way up to 10 cents. How much is the volume? Oh, it's 1.2 million. That's quite a big volume actually. And there 1.5. So you can see on MEX there's selling as well. There's a lot of selling at those levels, and so we just need volume to clear it. I think this candle is still a really powerful bullish candle. This one here is a reversal. So you have something going on here. All right. Could this just do this? Yeah, it could. I don't know if I want to see it go back down, but like, again, what I've noticed with TRVL is that the dips are being bought. You can clearly see that throughout the course of the of the price action, going all the way from the all-time low. We have created so many daily liquidity levels, which none of them have been reached when the price is pulled back. So I'm just gonna I'm just marking for you so you see how many liquidity. And I just wish that people would put orders. Be nice to have the order books filled. Just quickly do it for you so you see how many levels have not been reached as the price pulled back. Q on there. We have the SR flip. Look, we have all of these levels that haven't been reached. That one was reached there. So these are all the daily levels. Look at that. These are liquidity levels that haven't been reached because the price has just been, the dips have just been bought, and you're just creating higher lows as the dips are being bought. If I go to the weekly time frame, see that weekly level that was reached, but this one hasn't been. That one has, this one hasn't, this one has as well. You've got the lower one here. All the way from the all-time low, you've got these liquidity levels. And obviously on the monthly time frame, we haven't created any. There's one down here, much lower down. I mean, that's basically, if it's never going to happen, I don't think, but if for some reason the price got down here to 2.4 cents, 3 cents, you basically you'd go all in. Right, any questions? I've marked off all those levels for you. So I mean, even if we do get a pullback and we don't get, like, we get a little bit of a pullback here, we could be in a range here. You know, it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we could be ranging here for a little bit, and that might be necessary. It might be necessary to range in the highs here underneath resistance for a little bit before we make an attempt. And I don't know, no one knows how the price action is going to behave. If we go down again, it is possible we go down and it dips again and we have another market buy. We just have to see how the price action is and how it behaves. All right, because we're under a major area, is the price just going to go through, or are we going to get like a little bit of consolidation before we go through? So this is very important to see what happens. Right, but I mean, I think it's quite exciting because we're at a pivotal level, and you know, we've achieved a lot. We've gone from 2-3 cents all the way up to 8.6 cents. I think a lot of people were panicking a little bit when we had this kind of crazy sell, thinking, oh no, now the price, we, you know, like, and look what's happened, we've just recovered, and so there's no reason to panic. And my imagination is that we go all the way up to the top of this wick effectively on Bybit, like $4 or $5. So let's see what happens. Any questions? Let me look at the BTC chart as well, see if there's anything interesting. you know, BTC chart, we've flipped this major 236 level into a support level, and you know, it doesn't look bad. It looks quite good. And potentially what we want to do next time is go up and get back up into this 382. That would be the next task at hand, to just go up and flip that into support. And effectively there's a little bit of lag from the BTC chart to the USD chart, but we want to do on the BTC chart what's happening on the USD chart. That's what we want to achieve. And I think a really major area of interest is going to be these lows here, because if you can get back above there, you've effectively reversed all of this price action, all of this decline. You've reversed a whole lot, and you're back above those previous lows. That's very bullish. That would be a very bullish price action to see that happen. So we just have to see what happens. All right, any questions, anyone? This is quite interesting on ETH. I'll show you. And maybe BTC the same actually. You see how the price, and this is the 3-day chart, but you see how the price comes down very fast like this. If we kind of get back above here, you're probably going to go up quite fast too, because you haven't created any resistance as the price declined. Yeah, you get back up into this area. So it'd be good to see what happens as the price goes up. Does BTC have the same thing? See, BTC has the same thing, but it's up there. See how the price comes down really fast? And you see these two green candles here. As the price came up, it found resistance in those candles, cleared the liquidity. So we have a little bit of liquidity here, but if we do manage to get above there, then I think the price could go up quite fast, and you're up into that top bit again. Just because as the price declined, there was no resistance, not much resistance was formed. These fast drops end up with fast inclines in the future. This is something to bear in mind, all right? And naturally, what's happened is over the last year, we've been creating these kind of bearish consolidation ranges. And so as the price is trying to get back through those ranges, it's taking a little bit of time. Once you get back above this pivot that's been put in, then we should get quite a fast increase in value. And then the only kind of level areas of interest that we have to break or clear are here, and then we're basically going to be in price discovery on BTC. Okay, and so the context of where we are now is in the Bitcoin bull market is very good, and so far so good. It looks quite good. It doesn't look bad. It looks very good. I'm very optimistic about the future when it comes to TRVL. And then obviously I've shown everyone this this idea in the past, this Adam and Eve bottoming pattern. So we have a neckline coming up, and we can get the volume to go through that neckline and push through to the golden pocket, then we are really looking at this Adam and Eve bottom pattern. That would be, I can create a video and just post that on Twitter. Get everyone buying. That's what I want to do. It'll be fun. All right, still looking good. Someone to come along and buy up that 2 million order on Bybit. Now just market buy it. All right, anyone else have any questions? Do you want me to look at anything else? I might take a break and I could have a look at a few things. What time is it? It's only 11:42, 10:42. So Did someone want me to have a look at a coin? Oh my god, Myro the freaking dog is back at the all-time high. How ridiculous is that? Oh, it's the most stupid thing ever. A pointless meme token that has no value whatsoever. And from this dip, it's already up 8x. Ridiculous. Can't believe it. The second time the price came back above this volume area, it just went up. Ridiculous. Don't understand. Don't get it. Myro the dog. $407 million market cap. The volume is 124-hour volume is $196 million. Can you imagine? It's on a lot of markets though. Look how many markets it's on. It's on every market, that's why. Is it on Binance? No. Bybit. Look, Bybit's the most volume. Myro, USDT. What's the market cap? Market cap is $12 million on the 30th of November 23. Let me look at this. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of a lag, I think. Getting a little bit of lag, guys. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's back. Maybe that's a sign to exit because I'm getting lag now. Am I getting drop frames? I'm not getting drop frames, but look, everything stopped working. Look, it's going down. Some shorting coming now on BTC. All right, I'm gonna end this because my computer's starting to freeze up. I don't know what's going on. So have a good day, guys, and then I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, it's back. Hold on. Let me have a look. Yeah. Good. Bybit Perpetual. That's what I wanted to have a look. 19th of January. It came on the 19th of January. What's going on with my computer? Forget it. I give up. I'll see you tomorrow.